The hard light blade cast golden shadows across Sable's angular features, her grip steady as a surgeon's. Kael could feel heat radiating from the construct, not enough to burn at this distance, but close enough that sweat beaded on his forehead. "I asked you a question." Her voice carried the same controlled precision as her weapon. "What are you, Kael Morrow?" His throat felt raw. The dampener's aftereffects still lingered, leaving his connection to the system unstable. Notifications flickered in and out of focus like a radio searching for signal. Threat detected. Signal analysis. Conductor. Exceptional power. Drain available. Recommended action. Neutralize threat. The suggestion hit his consciousness like ice water. For a heartbeat, he could see it, reaching out, making contact, watching Sable's abilities flow into him while her strength ebbed away. The blade would dissipate. The threat would end. Another enemy converted to fuel. "I don't know." The words came out strangled. "I wish I did." Sable's eyes narrowed. Non-resonants don't have abilities. They can't drain other people's power. So either you're lying about being powerless, or you're something else entirely. She pressed closer, and the blade's heat kissed his skin. Behind her controlled facade, he caught glimpses of genuine fear. Not fear of him specifically, but of the unknown quantity he represented. A threat she couldn't classify or predict. 3 days ago, you couldn't light a candle with resonance. Now you're draining phase walkers by touch. Explain that. His mind raced through half-truths and deflections. The full story would sound insane: alien fragments, parasitic systems, interdimensional intelligence wearing his consciousness like a glove. But complete denial would only make her more suspicious. Something happened during salvage duty. The words felt like swallowing glass. In the zone. I touched something I shouldn't have. Zone artifacts don't give people abilities. They kill them. This one was different. Sweat ran down his spine as the blade shifted fractionally closer. I don't understand it. I can't control it. Sometimes I see things, classifications, power levels. And sometimes when I touch people, you steal their abilities. Prime signal detected. Classification, Conductor, Tier 3, Exceptional threat potential. Drain yield, Substantial. Physical contact within range. Recommended action, Drain to neutralize threat. The system's logic was crystalline. Sable represented danger to his continued existence. She possessed exceptional power that would feed him for days. She was close enough to touch. Every rational calculation pointed toward the same conclusion. His hand twitched. Just a few inches to bridge the gap between them. One moment of contact to end the threat and satisfy the hunger that was already beginning to whisper at the edges of his consciousness. Hunger, 3/100. Rising steadily. Feeding opportunity optimal. You're considering it. Sable's voice cut through the system's suggestions like a blade through fog. I can see it in your eyes. You want to drain me. The accusation hit harder than a physical blow. She was right. Part of him was calculating angles, measuring distances, weighing the tactical advantages of eliminating a threat versus the moral cost of stealing from someone who'd never wronged him. No. The word came out firmer than he felt. I won't. Why not? I'm threatening you. I could expose your secret, destroy your life. From a survival perspective, draining me makes perfect sense. She was testing him. Probing to see if whatever had changed him had also stripped away his humanity. The blade remained steady, but something in her posture suggested she was as interested in his answer as in his compliance. Because you're not my enemy. He met her gaze directly, fighting down the system's increasingly urgent suggestions. You're scared. I understand that. If I were you, I'd be asking the same questions. Warning, threat assessment incomplete. Recommend immediate action. Drain available, physical contact optimal. The notifications grew more insistent, overlaying his vision with targeting data and tactical suggestions. But beneath the alien logic, something fundamentally human rebelled. Sable wasn't Marcus Webb, confused and vulnerable. She wasn't the hollow scout, hostile and fair game. She was a fellow cadet doing her job, protecting her people from an unknown threat. Even if that threat was him. I could report you to Okafor. Her blade flickered, hard light wavering with uncertainty. Special forces would contain you within the hour. You could. He kept his hands visible, palms up. But you haven't. Which means you want to understand this as much as I do. The golden construct dimmed slightly. Sable studied his face with the same intensity she'd used to analyze zone phenomena, looking for patterns, testing hypotheses, searching for truth in the chaos of incomplete data. Finally, the blade dissipated entirely. But her hand remained raised, ready to resummon the weapon at the first sign of aggression. You have 1 week to prove you're not a threat. Her voice carried deadly promise. If I see you drain anyone else without authorization, I end it myself. Clear. Hunger, 4/100. 1 week. The counter climbed with mechanical persistence, and 1 week might be all the time he didn't have.